Whoops. Okay. Make sure that's good. Hey, you guys can see my game menu, right? Connect streaming software to go live. All right. Huh. Can't figure out how to get it to show the game. Ah! I think I got it! Can you guys hear the sound from the game? Alright, so, would you guys rather see a force-wielding gunslinger or a lightsaber duelist? One thing I do know for certain is that I want a very high intelligence for skills. Alright, gunslinger it is. Alright, so that's gonna be my build. This game is basically Dungeons and Dragons with a Star Wars skin. You may recognize these types of stats from that. Unarmed. Somehow I knew you'd suggest that. So, all right, that should do it. All right, so gunslinger. So we're gonna go 2-weapon fighting. So this game has an odd issue on newer computers where it'll just minimize during cutscenes. So I'll have to make sure I actually have the stream open on my phone just so I can make sure things are running properly. Do it. No, I'm not going unarmed, Buster. All right. Let's send this guy after someone obscure from Legends. Alright, so, there's a lot of talking in this game. Chief Palpatine, haha. Alright, there we go.
We've been ambushed by a
So-
Sith battle fleet. The Endar Spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
So, my rule for this game, there's a lot of dialogue and a lot of talking in this game. If it's related to the main plot, I'll let it play. If it's related to a character development arc, I'll let it play. If it's a side quest, I'll just skip it and summarize.
I'm Trask Olgo, ensign with the Republic Fleet. I'm your bunkmate here on the Endar Spire. We work opposite shifts. I guess that's why you haven't seen me before. Now hurry up. We have to find Bastila. We have to make sure she makes it off the ship alive.
This guy's actually hilarious. If you go further into the dialogue with him, he's the most fourth wall breaking tutorial ever.
Bastila is the commanding officer on the Endar Spire. Well, not an officer, really. But she's the one in charge of this mission. One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an enemy attack. You swore an oath just like everyone else on this mission. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I know all about your reputation. How you used to smuggle spice and blasters along the Corellian run. I guess the Republic figured since they couldn't catch you, they might as well hire you. I'll admit, the Republic is in desperate need of someone with your kind of skills. Desperate enough to overlook your shady past. But now that you've signed on for this mission, you're part of the Republic fleet. And Bastila needs all troops at her side during this attack.
Okay, so basically that guy's dialogue changes based on what class you start as. Since I went as Scoundrel, he had hinted that I may have been a smuggler. Journal entry is just keeping track of quests. Just item equipment, and back to him.
Let's move out. We should... Because of the attack...
There's one of the tutorial there's one of the super tutorial-y lines. Alright. I'm dumb.
Now that the door's open, you better take the lead again.
This is KotOR. The Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We can't hold out long against their firepower. All hands to the bridge.
Show the tutorial? Ha! No, that'd just be a waste of time, buddy. I've played this game so many times I know it like the back of my hand. Like, I could spoil every side quest for you right now. You know it. You saw my build, I'm not using a sword buster.
No problem. Got it.
These Sith must be for the Republic!
Alright.
I've got a feeling.
So he basically just handed me a bunch of med kits and told me how to use them. Yeah. Not a lot to talk about here. This is just your basic tutorial level. This game takes place a few thousand years before the events of the movies, and the type of ship I'm on is known as a... Gosh dang it. The combat settings in this game can be finicky. There we go. Once you're out of the stance, you know you're out of combat. So, you can just throw that on there. That's just a little bit of armor. But the type of ship we're on, you didn't get to see the cutscene, but it's like a Hammerhead class cruiser. It's similar to what you see in Rogue One. Have another gun yet? No, I don't. I could take Trask's gun and give him a short sword.
Yes?
I kind of suck at the 2-weapon deal right now because it's super early on, but once I get a couple more feats going, I'll be pretty dang good. Trask needs a med kit. Oop, yeah, the lightsabers clashing in the background. There's something going on.
It's a Dark Jedi. This fight is too much for us. We better stay back. All we do is get in the way.
Fat Trask.
That was one of the Jedi accompanying Bastila. Damn, we could have used her help.
Alright. Fat Trask. I mean, you've played this game. Storm, I know you've played this game before. Oh, jerk, use a med kit. Yeah, no, the game is like my stream is a couple minutes behind the game. I know, just latency. That's nice. Your streams though, Spyro. Like when I talk to you, when I voice chat with you on Discord during your streams, the latency is awful on your streams. So.
Fighting in close quarters on the bridge.
Okay, he basically yells at me to equip a sword before I go into the bridge. Now here's the cheesy thing I can do. I can just go right back to my guns. Gosh dang it. Oop, level. Here's one of the cheesy things in this game. Leveling up replenishes all of your health. If you save a skill point from one level up, so saving a skill point from one level up is actually like incredibly freaking useful. Gearhead. There's not really anything super useful right now. Except maybe toughness. Toughness might be okay.
Sith want Bastila.
So basically the Sith are trying to capture Bastila alive. Now here's something funny I could do. I could swipe his sword and then just have a free sword.
There's something behind here. Damn, another Dark Jedi. I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pod. Go!
Yeah, he just got ambushed by a Dark Jedi. Don't worry, we'll be seeing more of that fellow later.
On your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Bastila's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pod.
Ah, it's a screen. Okay, yeah, I see it. Just a second. I have an idea. My computer does this to Rocksmith too. Okay, let's see if that fixed it.
That hurt, I bet.
It seems turning off my Discord fixed the screen stuttering, so... If I just go out of combat stance and then back into it, that's pretty funny.
Be careful. There's a whole squad of Sith troopers on the other side of that. You could or...
So basically he just told me there's 3 ways I can go in against the next room because there's a lot of guys there. I could either repair this droid, or I could hack that computer and basically just kill them without even fighting. I'm gonna go with the droid because my skills are actually pretty dang aligned for that. I just use like 2 less repair parts than it would normally use for that. That's what those part items are used for repairing these droids. And now you can hear the firefight. Well, too late. I already fixed the droid. I have a few mods installed. A couple of them are there just so I have stuff to spend the vast amount of money I accumulate through the game on. And there's a couple of them that are there to, like, there's one of them that I have that breaks early game stuff, but then makes some stuff later in the game a lot more challenging.
You've made it just in time. There's only one active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below. I'm a soldier with the Republic, like you.
This is kind of hilarious. You can tell this is a guy that's been on the communicator the whole time, but he just doesn't tell you, oh, I'm the guy who's been on the communicator. I'm just a soldier. And so now here's the really funny bit. So I'm just going to save real fast in case. So I'm going to show you something really funny here. You select the escape pod, and it doesn't just automatically use it. This is the last escape pod. Do I use it or not? Oh, the close-up of my face is beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm getting great moments here. This is one of those old games that opens separate files for the cutscenes for some reason. Step away from the pod, yeah. Some of the options it gives you in this game are just kind of silly, because you can't advance through the game if that thing doesn't happen. There we go. Cutscene. Force vision. Okay. Next time I'll just most certainly. Next time I'll most certainly just find a way that I can capture the cutscenes as well. Like maybe there's a way to just stream the screen itself.
I'm not surprised. You took a serious blow to the head. You're probably having all kinds of strange dreams. I wouldn't worry too much about it. You've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. Try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone.
Yeah, he just kind of saved my butt. Thanks, dude.
Never abandon anyone on a mission. I'm not about to start now. Besides, I'm gonna need your help. Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet. They've declared martial law and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw.
He doesn't want to talk about it. You got that right, buddy. Side quest talk.
That's pretty rare. But it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves.
So now, here's some plot exposition. Why is this so important?
That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of
He doesn't trust you. You got that right.
For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her.
And now, why is she so important?
Bastila is no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire
energize with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. Often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. Of course there are limits to what she can do, but from what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast she never had a chance to use her battle meditation. Like us, she barely got out alive.
So yeah, like you can actually, as a force of it, you can actually put battle meditation on your character as a force ability in the second game. But that really, even though like there are a couple of scenes where you use it in certain battle cutscenes, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to just be able to use it as a passive buff. Because of what he just explained, you basically have to be in a meditative state in order to use it.
Bastil's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malik's followers can use the dark side of the Force. And the Sith...
Just find out for instance. Yeah, not for a couple thousand years, buddy.
like us. If we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice. A luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how important she is to the war effort. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So, if Bastila's gonna escape Terrace, she's gonna need our help. And we'll probably need hers.
Alright. Any idea where we should start looking?
While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
What's really funny about this game is if one member of the party goes down, but your party still still ultimately wins the combat, you guys can just get back up and treat their injuries. It's kind of goofy. But yay, old games, right?
Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories, but I figure if we don't...
Gosh dang it, I didn't get a piece of dialogue that foreshadowed something. Oh well. So yeah, this thing. So yeah, there's just a sword there. So now, Car's here.
What's on your mind?
Time to start a character side quest. I'd like to know more about you, buddy.
Me? Well, I've been a star pilot for the Republic for years. Seen more than my share of wars. I fought in the Mandalorian Wars before.
Just jump for the fucking hyperdrive. Wow, buddy references.
Not even the Mandalorians were that senseless. My homeworld was one of the first planets to fall to Malik's fleet. The Sith bombed it into submission, and there wasn't a damn thing our Republic forces could do to stop them.
You sound like you're blaming yourself, buddy.
It shouldn't be my fault. I did everything I could. I followed my orders and did my duty. That shouldn't mean I failed them. I didn't.
People of your homeworld?
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean. I'm sorry, I'm not making much sense, am I? You probably mean well with your questions. I'm just not accustomed to talking about my past very much. At all, actually. I'm more used to taking action, keeping my mind focused on the business at hand. So let's just do that. If you have more questions, ask them later.
You got it, buddy. Let's go. All that text was just tutorial stuff.
Right, you alien scum. Everybody get up and get...
Yeah, he really does go from, I'm not accustomed to talking about it, to, oh, I don't want to.
That's how we sit deal with smart-mouthed aliens. What's this? A republic?
And now we've got... Oh, cool. Car's already gunslinging better than I am. Don't worry, I'll get better as I level up more and get more feats. I'll get better. So basically, this patrol came through previously. He basically just said he had the bodies, don't worry about it, thanks for helping.
No problem.
RPG logic time, let's break into some apartments with no ill consequences. In fact...
Who are you? What are you...
Investigating, yeah.
You can't just...
I'm actually with her on this one. Hold on, who's that?
I don't... Well, hold it. I don't... That's... Goodbye.
So this is a side quest. Basically, a guy got drunk and attacked her, and she pulled a knife on him and defended herself, and he put a bounty on her. This guy runs a store and he's gonna try and sell me energy shields. Alright, I don't have a lot of money right now. Right here you see some effects of the first mod I have. Basically, all this stuff is actually weapon upgrades. So like you can use the workbench to, like, these are armor upgrades. These 4 things are gun upgrades, and then these 3 things are for swords. He doesn't normally have all that stuff. I just kind of installed an enhanced merchants mod so I would have more stuff to spend my money on. I've played this game so many times, so I don't really see it that much. I've played this game so many times I've beaten it without enhancements, so.
No problem. Got it.
Hey look, it's a hammerhead.
No problem. Got it.
In the second game, there's a couple of moments where you can try to rob apartments and then the guys who live in the apartment come and yell at you. It's kind of funny. In this one, you can just rob all the ones you want and it won't be a problem. Oops. Well, we just circled around. Well, that was pointless. Alright. Alright, that was the side quest girl, and now we're gonna go out here. There's a side quest in the cantina up here I'm gonna do. But I'm not gonna do it till later. I'm just gonna do it all in like one shot in maybe the second session.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Good time for more questions?
I guess I did say you could ask me questions later, didn't I? Is this really necessary?
Not if you have a problem.
No, I don't have a problem with it, really. Go ahead and interrogate me.
This is interrogation.
No, I was just joking. Though you do seem to be full of questions. It's rather refreshing, to be honest. Let me ask you something first, though. I've been going through the battle aboard the Endar Spire over and over in my head since we crashed. Some things just don't add up for me. Maybe you could tell me what happened from your perspective.
Like you said, when we first met, Bastel didn't have time to use her powers.
Bastel is as powerful as they say. She's the one who defeated Darth Revan, after all. I guess that no Jedi ability, no matter how powerful, makes up for being
He keeps talking up this Darth Revan fellow a lot, doesn't he?
That battle anyway, it got forced on us. Hell, I'm just as surprised that any of us are alive to talk about it. It's more than a little.
He does have a problem with it, yeah.
I mean, just what is your position with the Republic fleet anyway?
And back to what I said about the hammerhead a second ago, that thing is actually called an Ithorian, and a hammerhead is a racial slur against them in universe. Are you accusing me of something?
Not at all. I just think it's a bit odd that someone who got added to the crew roster at the last minute just happens to be one of the survivors.
You'd rather I wasn't?
Ridiculous. You've more than proved yourself since the crash. We wouldn't have made it this far without you, but still.
Made it this far. We only just got outside the building, buddy. Think I had something to do with it?
Well, maybe. Don't get me wrong, it just seems odd that someone Bastila's party specifically requested to transfer aboard happens to survive.
I have no idea what you're talking about,
Jedi
buddy.
requested numerous things when they came on board. I mean, hell, they practically took over the ship, as far as I could tell. Considering your connection to Bastila and the Jedi, whether you know it or not, your presence here seems a little convenient. I'm probably wrong, and this is probably nothing. I learned a long time ago not to take
Skills. Yeah, I do have skills.
and
I have quite a lot of skills, actually. I'm a scoundrel class. We're skills guys.
I mean, I have to expect the unexpected, just to be safe.
He's watching his back a little bit more than I feel comfortable with. However, when you see the big plot twist later, it'll make sense. Are you always this suspicious?
It has nothing to do with you personally. I don't trust anyone, and I have my reasons. And no, I'm not going to discuss them, so can we just keep our mind on more important things?
I consider this important.
All right, all right. You're pretty damn tenacious. You know that? We'll talk about it, but...
No, he really doesn't. You got that right, Storm. He'll warm up to me later, don't worry.
Hello. You looking to buy some? Mostly the Sith.
So, let me see what you got for sale. There's a quest item here. This permacrete detonator. I'm gonna buy this just for later. That cantina, there's a cantina down that way. Oh, there's actually something kind of funny I want to show you. You guys want to see a total Karen? Ah, shark kill. So, there's a lady in not this room. I think it's the next. Ah! Here she is.
Where did you get those clothes? A trash compactor in the lower city?
No, from the
A
Endar
railway
Spire,
station
if you must know. I'm not your waiter.
What you say? I get the feeling this spoiled brat can cause us more trouble.
Why is the help here so incompetent? One word from Daddy and I could get you fired.
Okay, I could be a good Walmart employee, or I could speak my mind to her. I'm gonna speak my mind. Shut up, you spoiled brat.
How dare you speak to me like that? Daddy's going to hear about this.
Okay. Yeah, I'll show you the dueling arena real fast.
I can't believe we couldn't get arena tickets for this match. Now we'll have to watch the duel on the view screen.
Who cares? It's Duncan and Gurlon fighting. It's not like we're gonna miss anything good.
Shh, they're about to start. So quick.
Call the alien a freak. I know exactly what you're referring to, Storm.
I draw your attention to the dueling ring. Here, two combatants will battle for your viewing and gambling enjoyment. Now,
This is basically a gladiatorial ring without the death.
Ready to roll.
Unless you happen to be one Bendak Star Killer. But I spoil things.
And over here, looking to climb the ranks yet again is the ever-persistent Deadeye Dunker!
Call the alien a freak. That alien that you can call a freak, actually, you can talk to him, learn about his homeworld and his species. Do you need to do it? But it's there. So.
And to nobody's great surprise, Deadeye is down again. Don't worry, folks. He's just unconscious. As usual, our medics will have him up and about in a bit. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? So I give you the...
So yeah, basically, Deadeye Duncan's a clumsy. Deadeye Duncan is clumsy. So let's save real fast. So basically, this guy organizes the duels. I earn a little. You literally can't win that persuade option, even if you have like maxed out persuade. And you literally have to take the mysterious stranger as your duelist
This is
name.
for the best. We could use those credits from these duels, but using your real name is too risky. The Sith might have come across it.
Pay for a duel. Says this is basically gladiatorial fighting without any death or blood.
You've seen him lose night after night after night.
Yep.
This time, he's after fresh meat and
He's a klutz, you got that right. Beating this guy is not that impressive. I'll come back and do all the other ones later. Oh, domination! That's gotta be the easiest I've ever had with him, and that's saying something. The stun. Klutz. He's basically saying I didn't impress him at all. I have to climb the ranks a bit. Ooh, a level. 555. All right, I want repair. Sneak attack. So scoundrels, you basically would try and play as a rogue. You want to attack other people who have their focus on somebody else. Scoundrels are basically rogues. Scouts are basically rangers, if I remember properly, and a soldier, of course, is like a fighter. They got $100. And the moment you duel somebody, this fellow shows up. This is Bendak Star Killer. This guy only fights death matches. He'll come up again later. No blood when he has a sword? Yeah, I know, right? Some of the logic in this game doesn't make sense. Like, how can your energy dampeners... Oh, here's our Karen! She hired some thugs to try and take us out. Pew! Pew! I love those little details. I almost forgot I did that bit. And then these guys each have a sword on them. Oh, and that guy had some money too. Alright. Oh yeah, you may have seen that stuff come up about light side points. Basically, the nicer you act, the more light side points you get. The more evil you are, the more dark side points you get. And that affects how good your force abilities are later on. Yeah, little spoiler alert, I'm gonna get to be a Jedi later.
I see from your appearance that you require
This guy, so basically he just mentioned something about the rat ghoul disease.
terrible prolonged.
Is there no cure?
If please, goodbye.
So he sells some medical supplies. Basically, what he just talked about, the Undercity is played by this thing called the rat ghoul serum that basically turns people into poisonous zombies, and the poison turns you into one of them. There's actually like a long history to it. I'll get into it in just a second.
No problem. Got it.
Here's these guys.
What are you doing? Don't go in.
They're Republic soldiers.
You recognize?
I'm a friend of the Republic. You can trust me.
I guess I'd better tell you. Since the space battle overhead, people have been secretly bringing in these Republic soldiers who crash-landed on the planet. Their injuries are terrible.
Well,
This
for that,
guy-
you have my thanks.
Yeah, my thanks too, buddy.
Some of these men ended up in compassionate hands.
I hate to imagine what I'm afraid there's...
So basically, I told him I recognize those guys as Republic soldiers and promised to keep it secret. But the rat ghoul thing.
You that. Help it, and then if you.
So basically, that guy just told me that I could give the rat ghoul serum, sell the rat ghoul serum to a criminal organization instead. I'm not gonna do that.
Davik says you.
These guys are extorting this dude for money. These guys are debt collectors from a crime lord.
I know you have to be. Hold on. Thank you. Oh.
Here's 100 credits.
No.
Yeah, I know, I just got that. I won't need to buy some stuff. I won't need to buy stuff till later. Oh, and yeah, those guys each had money on them, so I didn't actually lose any money. But the rat ghoul thing. So, the rat ghoul disease actually originated as an alchemical curse by a Sith Lord called Carnus Mur. And he had this talisman that could cast the curse passively. He was eventually defeated by a Jedi Knight called Celeste Morn. And Celeste Morn took the talisman and put herself in stasis with it so no one could access it. And it popped out a couple of different times over the years. A guy called Zane Character in the Mandalorian Wars has an encounter with it, and then Darth Vader has an encounter with it at one point. And then later, Cade Skywalker in the Legacy comics actually frees Celeste Morn, and he actually destroys the talisman, freeing her from its control, as well as having her join him. So, yeah, the rat ghoul disease.
Please. Here.
What are you babbling about?
I don't. I've been.
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone you're hiding here. So basically, if I have the money, So basically, this guy owes the crime lord 200 credits. I'll come back here later and help him pay it off. Arrest the Sith troopers. Take his money, yeah. Are you just gonna sit there and yell at me to be evil? Okay, so I am gonna check my inventory really fast. 165. I'm actually pretty close to being able to help that guy out. Oh,
Yes.
Karth. I wanted to discuss something with you.
Well, fair enough. What do you want to discuss?
Talk about the issues.
I knew you wouldn't understand where I was coming from. Let me try and explain. You got the skills of an elite commando, and you saved my butt more than once. Between that and your facility with languages, I'm lucky you're here. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop watching you being wary. I'm just not built that way. Period.
Basically, he doesn't trust me and he won't. Not built that way.
Maybe so, but I've been betrayed before by people that, well, it just won't happen again, that's all.
Baby, yeah.
I don't know that you'll betray me, but there are no guarantees. Not for you, not for me. You don't have to take it personally.
I even wonder if you're even capable of trusting anyone.
Well, you can stop wondering. I'm not. And I don't need all these questions. What I do need is to try and save the galaxy. That's even possible. Why is whether or not I trust you or anyone so damned important to you? Why do you even care? We don't have time for this, so...
So basically, he just told me, I'm gonna work with you because I need to accomplish my goals. Okay, so what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna get some Sith armor, and that's gonna be used to get into the lower city. Next step on my trip.
Just move along. There's nothing to see. Where did you hide those Sith?
There's two ways to get the Sith armor, but this one gets me light side points, so this is the one I usually do.
You're a little too curious for your own good, civilian.
I know all about Sith interrogations. This isn't going to end well.
I'm getting sick of your lies, you alien scum. Check out your ugly mug and a security tape from the base. Start talking before I splatter your slimy brains all over this room. Uh-oh. I think the commander's losing his temper. I'm glad I'm out of here. It took me an hour to clean the bloodstains from my uniform after the last mission. Just stay out of this if you know what's good for you.
I won't let you kill a defenseless prisoner.
Did I hear you right? Let us kill him? How can you stop us? Time to teach this civilian the penalty for
So basically, I'm gonna rescue this guy. So basically, he just thanked me for saving him and told me that he can that he's a spy that's using these uniforms to get into the lower city past a guard. So he basically just told me how to get into the lower city, and you do it by stealing the uniforms off of one of these Sith chumps. Sith armor. One of these rooms somewhere in this complex is is part of how I can get the armor a different way. Basically, there's a girl in the cantina who's an off-duty Sith that'll invite you to a party.
No problem. Got it.
And then they'll all drink themselves under the table, and you can steal a uniform from one of their bags. It's kind of good. It's kind of funny. Better than I bet. Yeah. Yay, repeated voice lines. You need to remember that guy. Oh boy, this part. These guys.
What is this planet coming to, huh? slummies just walking around the upper city.
Shouldn't you go to the lore says you belong, Slummy?
Oh, this is rich. Yeah, like he said. These streets are for upper city citizens. You better get out of the way if you know what's good for you.
Hey guys, let's be friends. Let me buy you around.
A drink? Hey, for a slummy, it ain't so bad.
I basically just got them off my back.
Wait, forget it. No more drinks. We're late enough as it is.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe next time, slummy.
Yeah, those guys are drunk, and I just offered to buy them a drink, and I offered to buy them all a drink, and oh, this guy.
Friends and fellow humans, my name is Gordon.
Vermin and scum, what are you talking about?
I am speaking of the hideous-looking aliens. That is what.
This guy's basically... I don't know which is worse, your hate-mongering or your ignorance.
You are like all the rest. You will not.
Come on, we should keep moving.
So basically I just told him he's a racist and he yelled at me.
Another patrol heading down to the lower city, eh?
Yeah, I know the logic here of me just changing right there in public.
Hang on, you better watch yourself.
So yeah, he just complimented my armor and told me to watch myself because of the swoop gangs down there. The spy said something about him too. But the other armor I had is better, so let's use that. So here we're introduced to the two swoop gangs. So basically, the Volkers are basically just a group of criminal scum. And the Hidden Becks have an honor code. That's the long story short of it. More strangers, kill them! What did I say, criminal scum? Oh my gosh! Well, that happened! Well, crap. Well, thankfully I can reload from right where I was. Okay.
What?
Okay, so... That's actually the first time I ever died at that scene. Yeah, I know, right? Okay. I just got bad rolls on my attack. It happens. That was pathetic, I'll admit. That was pretty funny. Okay, I'll let them wail on Karth. Oh my gosh! Okay, so now here's a trick. You can use the inventory screen to apply a med pack in the middle of combat. Look at Karth being a total badass!
What?
Hey Karth, thanks for saving my butt. Anyway, let's go. Yeah, I'm not super tough right now. Oh, you gonna see another mod? Okay, so this is honestly a little bit broken, but I don't care. It makes some parts... It's kind of balanced out by making some later scenes a lot more challenging, but like this Mandalorian armor. I don't have the feats for it, but Karth does. You can have the blue one. There you go. Karth's a Mandalorian now.
Yes? What?
And now Karth is basically invulnerable for the early part of the game. That armor's kind of dumb, but I don't care. Okay, if I remember correctly, this is where the second bounty fellow is.
No problem. Got it. Kipuna.
Yep, this is it. I'll go now. So I'm gonna tell him that, loot the place, and then help him with his problem. So basically, this guy owes a debt to a crime lord that he can't pay. So I'm going to. I'm in some sort of trouble. So basically, he used to work for a criminal organization. He testified against some other members of the organization, was let off because of it, and now there's a bounty on him. Maybe you could fake your own death. Remember that permacrete detonator I bought? Well, so he has the demolitions. I have a permacrete detonator. Remember I bought that permacrete detonator? Well, this is what it was for. Yeah, part of the reason you're seeing screen stutters is because I get caught on the hitboxes of random objects. Look at me stuttering. Still stuttering. And I can also now go and convince that Zach's fellow he mentioned that I killed him, and then he'll give you the bounty. Oh, here's some of these Black Vulcar thugs. Money. Oh, this puzzle. I know this. So basically, I don't even have to look at the desk. I know this by heart because I've played this game too many times. It's a sad commentary on my life. But in this desk, there's a history of a band, and I have to activate these holograms in the order that the members joined the band. So I just have to find the right one. So I believe it was Olinda. Ooh, if I got it wrong, the chest would have blown up. Get some money, and I actually get some really good early game armor. Alright, so this other chump I killed. And before you say I shouldn't have murdered him, he attacked me first. So I claim self-defense. Oh my gosh! This is the first time I've ever done a low constitution build, and it's startling me how fast I die! And then here's Karth here just not taking hits because his armor's broken.
Sure.
Ooh, a level up. Saves me the med kits. Alright, so... let's see. Every 4 levels I get an attribute point. So once I hit level 8, which I will sometime later on this planet, I can get another constitution point. And for level 16, I can get another wisdom bonus. Save a skill point for my next level. Ooh, a better pistol. Yes, please. Heavy blaster, 1 to 8 damage. Nice. Those repair kits are useful. Basically, I get some droids in my party later, and those repair kits are medical kits, but for droids.
How'd you like that?
Look at you, Cars, being a total badass. And basically, I'm going to be going as a Jedi Consular when I become a Jedi, and that's what will give me a lot of my Force abilities. Cars. Now, Cars gets to use his blaster. I'm not a jerk. However, Cars' gun is pretty good. There's actually a bounty later that will help us get some upgrades. Alright, we have a cantina here. And now we meet a bounty hunter.
Go away.
You want to see where the biggest memes this game ever spawned? Well, we're here. He's supposed to be tough. This guy's nothing but a run. And members of the Black Vulkers! You don't want to be getting funny with us.
Three.
And the corpse turns into a little bag, yeah. The quirks of this game. But yeah. If I try to fight this guy now, he'll completely demolish me, but we'll meet him later. Alright, and here's Holden, the guy who drunkenly assaulted the girl in the apartment.
But you're here, but I can't let. What? Well,
Here's 200 credits. I get it removed. So now Dia's no longer a wanted girl. Ah! He's a kid.
I told you to leave me alone. So give me some space, Bug-Eye. Your breath smells like bantha poodoo. Who you calling little girl, Chuba Face?
This is basically a smart mouth teenager.
A little help here? I need you to rip the legs off some insects.
They just brought my food.
Complaining. You can finish eating later. Besides, you need the exercise, so get over here.
Twerp. Yeah.
You got a problem with me? Then you got a problem with Big Z. So unless you want to take on my furry friend, I suggest you greenies hop on out of here.
Little girl has big friend and they run because they're scared of the Wookiee. Ah, this is the alien that you can call a freak. But if you're nice and ask him where he's from, he'll talk about his home world. Or you could just call him a freak, like a big jerk. But yeah, you can talk to her. She comes up later. Tell me about the bounties. I've got bounty I want to collect on. Telematrix is dead, and now I've got a high enough. I've got a high enough persuade that that he'll pay me more. So yeah, he just paid me 400 credits for quote-unquote killing Matrix. That guy I helped blow up his apartment to fake his death. There's more bounty stuff later. Call him a freak. Yeah, I'm not doing that, buddy. Alright. Here we have some plot stuff.
Hey, you...
He got his help.
A lot of people want to go between the Sith...
Maybe a no.
Well, besides, it's not like you can do anything to harm Gadden in the... Go in.
There's a dark side option here where the Vulkars will hire you to kill Gadden. But I'm playing light side. I'm a good guy.
Hold it right there.
Calm down.
You're too trust.
Do you want us to...
As you wish. You can speak.
Okay, so these are swoop gangs. They're basically Star Wars biker gangs.
You'll have to forgive Zerdra. Ever since Brejik and the Vulkars began this war against us, she's been a little overset. The problems with the Sith haven't helped.
These guys go way back. There's an arc in the Knights of the Old Republic comics that follow an ex-Jedi called Zane Carrick, where there's an arc where he works with the Vulkars and the Becks against the Mandalorian occupiers, and they don't get along even then.
A foreign army, if the Sith ever moved.
Don't fool yourself.
But so far, the escape pods? You know, I heard this.
They might be spies, Gadden. They might be working for the Sith.
Calm down, Zerdra.
She's basically Gadden's bodyguard. Don't worry, I'm not working for the Sith.
I could tell you what I know. It's not like it could do any harm to me or my gang. But it might cause problems for the Vulkars, and that's okay in my book. The Vulkars stripped those pods clean within hours after they landed. It's too bad we did. A female Republic officer named Bastila survived the crash.
A clue.
Believe in intergalactic slavery, but the Vulkars aren't so picky. They took a prisoner. Normally, the Vulkars would take a captured slave and sell them for a nice profit to Davik, or an off-world slaver. But a Republic officer is no ordinary catch.
I still think Bastila is just a Republic officer. That could work to our advantage.
She's too valuable to leave with the Vulgar scum at the base.
So basically, Car's just whispering in my ear that we don't need to tell them that she's a Jedi.
You'll never. I'm afraid your friend has become a pawn in Brejik's game to take over the lower city. He's offered her up as the Vulkar's share of the prize in the annual swoop gang race. Putting up such a...
So how do you propose we go about rescuing Bastila then?
The only hope you have of rescuing Bastila.
So basically, he's offering to let me race in the upcoming swoop race, and so that if I win, I get to free Bastila.
I might be able to help you with this, if you'd be willing to help us. The swoop race is for the lower city gangs only. I could sponsor you as a rider for the Hiddenbecks this year. If you win the race, you'll win your friend's freedom. But first, you have to do something for me. My mechanics have developed an accelerator for a swoop engine, but the Vulkars stole the prototype from us. They plan to use it to guarantee a victory in this year's swoop race. I need you to break into their base and steal it back.
How am I supposed to get inside?
Getting into the Vulkar base won't be easy. The front doors are locked tight. But I know someone who might be able to get you in the back way. Mission Veo.
Mission? Gadden, you can't be serious.
Mission's explored every step of every back alley in the lower city. Plus, she knows the undercity sewers better than anyone. If anyone can get inside the Vulkar base...
Where can I find her?
Her Wookiee friend Zalbar are always looking to stir up a little excitement. They like to go exploring in the undercity, despite the dangers. Your best bet is to look for her in the undercity. A simple disguise. Luckily, my gang since we're working.
So basically, the uniforms won't get me past the guard to the undercity, so he's trading me some stolen security papers for the uniforms.
Thanks for the uniforms. You won't need them.
Alright, so I'm gonna go find Mission in the undercity and get into the Hidden Beck base, take the accelerator, and try and win the swoop race. I just realized one of the there's a couple of the duels that are going to be a pain in the butt. Ah, nice. Got double hits.
You asked for this.
Alright, I'm going to save here because sometimes one of the mods I have makes an upcoming cutscene crash the game. If it's installed properly, it should.
You guys are behind with your payments.
So basically, he's trying to extort these Volkers for a payment.
Play this the hard way. Okay.
And there he is, it worked. Canderous!
I knew you boys would see reason.
Too bad. I was looking forward to cracking some heads.
Maybe next time, Canderous.
Canderous is really cool, actually. He comes back in the
Those
second game.
I don't have time to...
So yeah.
Here's a...
So basically, he's gonna collect the bounty on these guys. Let's do this. Grenade! Got him!
That hurt, I bet.
Ooh, stun! Nice! The sniper shot has a chance to stun, so... Gonna stick a med pack. This guy's proven to be difficult to hit. Got him. Good job, Karth. Nice! Oh, now Karth can still level up. Okay. He's already got improved 2-weapon fighting, which is why he's better than me. Let's give him improved power blast. More damage.
Sure.
Oh, they just give me antidote kits? I think the life support... Oh, that's the life support med pack. Oh, I do have antidote kits. That'll be useful. Ooh. I've got an energy shield now. Karth can have one too. Not that he needs one. There we go.
Yes?
Okay, I think I have demolition skill enough to do this. Harass Kalinoid. Yeah, no. You're just telling me to do all the bullshit that'll get me killed. I'm not gonna do that. It's entertaining, don't get me wrong, but oh my gosh. More Volkers! Oh yeah, more stuns! And there's that sneak attack bonus coming in. So the sniper shot attack that I get as a scoundrel has a shot to to stun an enemy. And if an enemy's stunned, I get my sneak attack bonus like a rogue. Alright. I don't even need... Oh. We have to take these mines. So just like the one with the band members, there's a little thing on this desk you can read, but I don't need it. Enter the password. What's the name of your pet? Hyperdrive. Who taught you Fire Blaster? My uncle. Where you're from? Alderaan. Identity confirmed. Open the thing. Probably sad commentary on my life that I know all this stuff. Just off the top of my head. Oh, hi there. Take some damage. Have some damage. Happy to serve you. Happy to serve you a blaster bolt. Okay, if I remember this next apartment next, this is actually a pretty tough fight. But there's if I remember correctly, it's either this apartment or the next one. There's an assassin in here who has a bounty on her. Yep, here she is.
Stop right. You're a now.
I turned on the energy shield specifically for this. Ooh. Make it.
Time to rumble. Down you go.
Oh gosh, dang it, lady.
You asked for this.
Got her. Scope, there's one of the weapon upgrades. Harass KotOR. Good job, Karth. And my idiot guy was still targeting him even though he was dead. And here's the guys we had a shootout with earlier. They've just disintegrated into backpacks. How does a scope help when gunslinging? I have no clue. It's if you have... It's just a generic thing that's like, okay, you have the scope slot for your gun, you can put the scope on it and it'll help you. To be honest, I don't understand the logic. Wow, this is actually the most successful I've been early game gunslinging. How can I tell if something's bothering him when he's got that giant headpiece on?
Yes, what's on your mind? Oh, you want to argue some more, is that it?
I'm always up for a good fight.
If I were Malik, I'd be a bit nervous to have you on my tail. Easily, and for good reasons, which are my own.
What about the IAR-80, buddy?
Damn it. I suppose I won't get any rest until I talk, will I? You want to know why I don't trust anyone? Fine. Here goes. 5 years ago, the Jedi had just finished the war with the Mandalorians. Revan and Malik were heroes. I was damn proud to have served in their fleet. It was completely unexpected when they turned on us, invading the Republic while we were still weak. Nobody knew what to think, least of all me. Our heroes had become brutal, conquering Sith. And we were all but helpless before them. I mean, think about it. If you can't even trust the best of the Jedi, who can you trust?
What do I have to do with Malik and Revan?
It's not that. That's not what
Me knowing what happens later, laughing at that line.
Join them. Malik and Revan and the Sith deserve to die for what they've done. But the ones who fled the Republic and joined them are even worse. The dark side has nothing to do with why they joined with the Sith. They deserve no mercy.
Say that with such hatred.
I know. And I should apologize to you. I've become so accustomed to expecting the worst in others, and you've done nothing to deserve that. It's just... No, never mind. Let's just continue with what we were doing. I'd rather not talk.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk about it. Most conversations with cars end that way. I don't want to talk about it. To the Undercity we go. I got my security papers. And he opens the door.
You there? Yeah.
Okay, here's 5 credits.
Credits, my brother. We have credits. Hush.
Go on, you two. Get out of here.
Now we can buy food and medicine. Let's contender.
My name is Shalina. You're from the Upworld, aren't you?
So yeah, there's one of the instances in this game where you introduce your character by name. So, like, if you know how this game plays out, you can name your character something that's actually, like, a total spoiler warning and just introduce yourself as it, and nobody reacts any differently. It's hilarious.
I've never been to the surface, but sometimes I think I can see it in my dreams. The sun, the sky, the stars. It all sounds... Gendar, the leader of our village,
So yeah, she just told me to talk to an elder called Vrukil. So yeah. I'll just go ahead and talk to Vrukil because he's got a side quest.
You are... Be careful. What?
So I'm actually going to wait to come back to him until I have all 3 of the things. That basically, his apprentice, his father, and his grandfather all have journals that if you put them together, it'll give you the path to something called the Promised Land that they want to get to.
Watch yourself.
My name's...
You see your inventory. Huh. Do that. Buy some weapon upgrades, and then don't have enough money for that, but that would be pretty good. Alright, but the dark side option for him is to take the journals to Aegir instead, and then he'll just trap them here.
Hurry, Hindar! He will make it. Run, Hindar, run!
So basically, this dude's being chased by a rat ghoul.
Open the gate!
The mutants will...
And if I open the gate, they'll kill us all.
No! You can't do this! It isn't... Please!
I can't...
Open the gate, I'll kill them.
Let's go!
In case you didn't notice, I was just dealing a lot more damage than these blasters actually have on their stats because of my sneak attack bonus.
I can't...
I still...
They just thanked me for saving Hendar's life. So, let's go this way.
You have to help me. Nobody else is gonna help me. Even the Becks won't help me. But I can't just leave him there.
Your mission, right?
What?
Your Wookiee friend, what happened?
Zalbar, we were just wandering around.
I guess with a Wookiee at your side, you've got to figure you can handle the odd rat ghoul attack.
Only this time, I took off.
So basically, Zalbar got taken by slavers, and she's asking me to help her.
I don't know for sure.
If I help you get Zalbar, you have to get me inside the Volker base.
It's a deal. As soon as we get Big Z back, I'll show you a way into...
Do you know where he's being kept?
The Gamorreans make their camps in the sewers. I bet that's where we'll... Huh?
So now we've got mission. She doesn't need wisdom, but odd numbers bother me. And you can have the Republic mod armor. You have an energy shield. And I think you're good to go.
Yes?
All right. Now we've got a full party. You can have up to 2 people with you at a time.
Civilian, this is a restricted area. What are you doing down here?
So basically, there's a couple of things you can do here. This patrol stops me. I've got the security papers. I could tell I'm just here to kill him. I'm not going to do that. He didn't do anything to me. He's just a grunt doing his job.
I should have given you an armed escort. It's nasty down here. We've already lost one patrol. We figure the rock ghouls got them. Plus, we've had several.
You're annoying me. I should be going now. Basically, I showed the papers and he assumed I was another Sith fellow. And just started small talking with me about what was going on down here. Rat ghouls. Oh, a sneak attack! Ah, crap.
Time to rumble.
Take that!
Alright. And check out what this guy has on him. He's got a weapon upgrade. And he's got the rat ghoul serum. There's a couple of things you can do back in the camp with that. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's do this. Get improved 2-weapon fighting. That'll do it. All right. Got a little gunslinging crew. Some side quests. There's a couple more side quest things out in this area, and then we'll head into the sewers. Alright, this is one of the instances we can use the serum, but there's enough of it to give to anybody who needs it before you just hand it over to Zelka.
Over there.
He's like, I heard a rat ghoul. Now I'm gonna run straight toward it. Haha, that's a good idea.
That hurt, I bet.
Whoop.
Yes?
20 life support kits, why not? Alright. Really? Seriously? Alright, we got Canderous. Oh, that's weird. He doesn't usually wear his armor here. That's odd.
Don't... Let me... Mandel, this is Canderous. I heard something. Over there, in the shadows. Sounded like a rat ghoul.
Yeah, let's help these guys mow down these rat ghouls.
Looks like we...
Dang, that guy got wiped out. Oh, now they're gonna swarm Canderous and not do anything.
That'll show you.
I've saved all of them before, but...
Oh, you... Come on, boy.
Yeah, you can stand there and talk to him, but there's no point. Let's see. Oh, nice. All right, Outcast Corpse. That has the first thing. That has the first Promised Land journal. Okay. Got antidote kits.
That hurt, I bet. That hurt, I bet.
Alright.
Let's go!
Let's double check the map. Alright, there's a sewer entrance. Now we're gonna head into the sewers first. Collect all the Promised Land journals, and we'll come back out here and turn them into Mr. Fruitgill. Gosh dang it, I walked into the wrong corner.
How'd you like that?
Oh, we got a Gamorrean.
How'd you like that?
Mission leveled. Alright, she's got dueling, so I'm just gonna give her better dueling. Okay, I thought for a second there were rat ghouls here, but... Yeah, this guy has another Promised Land journal. He's got a mine. Patrol mode, 4 parts. Let's move so that thing can get going. Oh, I forgot how slow this guy moves. Oh, we got Gamorreans.
How'd you like that? You asked for this.
Dang, that was close. Well, let's get a med pack on and... Oh, and we found Zalbar. I don't know why the dialogue skipped. Oh gosh, dang it. Gosh dang, okay, this is a glitch that happens sometimes. Sometimes the dialogue just skips itself for no reason, but this is actually big plot stuff. Zalbar thanks Mission for rescuing her, and Mission said she wouldn't have done it without her friends, and introduces us. Ah, here we go.
Big Z's wearing a Wookiee life debt?
So basically a Wookiee life debt is like, oh, you saved your life, so now I'm gonna follow you around and save your life one day. That's an oversimplified version of it.
A life debt is the most solemn vow a Wookiee can make. It means he'll stay by your side for the rest of your life.
Yeah, she put it pretty well.
Wherever you go, whatever you...
Of course, he can say the name I wrote into the thing because he's not speaking basic.
I guess this means you're stuck. So, I better come with... I can't remember. There used to be...
So yeah, there's a Rancor down by the Vulcar base.
Okay.
Sadly, the only way to take it out is by grenade spam or with another method that it basically hands you on a silver platter. So, we'll use Mission to get into the base. I'm also gonna have, but I'm gonna have Mission and KotOR for a while because they have some fun dialogue. Give him toughness. And here's me sitting there dreading a certain fight that's going to happen like a planet later. Alright. This locker here will have Zalbar's bowcaster and a couple other things in it. There's some grenades, a med pack, and a scope.
No problem. Got it.
Speaking of that med pack, let's do that. Come on, use the antidote kit. Thank you. Okay, if I remember correctly, if we go back there, we can find the other outcast corpse.
Hey, Karth. You're a
Oh,
pilot
here we
in
go.
the Republic, right? You've been all over the galaxy, I bet, right? So tell me, how would you rate Taurus compared to other worlds you've seen?
To be honest, Mission, Terrace would rate pretty low. The prejudice, the rich spoiling themselves while the poor are crushed beneath them. It's not a pretty picture.
Yeah, but that's only since the Sith occupation. Before that, well, I guess it wasn't all that different, really. Maybe
Trust me, Mission, there are a lot of worlds better than Terrace. There are worse, too, but Terrace is no place for a kid to live on her own. Even a kid who's got a Wookiee to look out for.
Hey, I ain't no
kid.
Don't you snap at me, Missy. You want a lecture? How's this? Only bratty little children fly off the handle because of a simple comment.
Says a guy who's flying off the handle. Settle down.
To listen to you, Karth. You ain't my father, though you're sure old enough to be. So keep your lectures inside your withered old head, because I don't...
And I sure as hell don't need this.
Yeah. That's sweet 17 damage right there. 16. Wow, my sneak attack is destroying things. Oh, here's another one. Got him. Oh, Rat Ghoul feed. This guy's like a Rat Ghoul boss fight. Well, boss fight that was not much like. He's tougher than normal Rat Ghouls are, though. It took a lot more to kill him. Basically, if I remember correctly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, basically, once Karth and Mission have their second conversation, I'll skip. That's the door Zalbar was behind. What level am I right now? Level 5, so there'll be a couple more levels before I can improve my rather low constitution. Oh my gosh, this sneak attack. Oh, sweet. Okay, I'll save the level for after this combat, after I've taken some damage. Or I just won't take damage and we'll sneak attack them to death. Okay, don't want to go down that way yet. There's another route I need to take because we've got... There's another door I need to find. I think this may be it. Level up. Improve Scoundrel's Luck.
You asked for this.
Let's go!
How'd you like that?
Yep, there it is! The last journal! Remember to...
Time to rumble.
That was close. Okay, I think we've explored everything there is to explore, so here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, wrong way. I am going to see, before we head deeper into the sewers, I am going to Oh, yeah, these guys spawn back. Alright. We are gonna head back into the thing and talk to Rukel about the Promised Land. He's gonna jabber a bunch of stuff at us. We'll give him the other two journals.
Hey, Karth.
Oh.
Can I talk to
And
you
this.
for a second?
Are you ready to have a civil chat? Or is this gonna be another childish tantrum?
Tantrum? I'm trying to
Apologize, you nerf
herder.
herder.
I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get mad at you. It's just that I'm sick of everyone treating me like I'm a helpless kid.
Yeah, I know. And I'm sorry about what I said too. I'm just a little on edge lately. Not surprising considering all we've been through, but I shouldn't take it out on you. Mission, you have to know that we don't think you're helpless. I mean, look where we are. Look at what we're doing. You're not just along for the ride. We need you.
You really mean it, don't you?
Well, it's no big deal. I mean, I know how it is. Sometimes you just need to hear a few words of encouragement.
Kids are like that. Kids are like that. Listen, you. And she realizes he's messing with her, and they made up.
Yes?
So now we're just gonna head back in here. So if I'm remembering correctly, Rookhill will be over here-ish. There he is. There's our senile old man.
Once more, Upworlder. It is as I feared. Why find you? The great ascent from what I. Many.
What did
No.
So basically, they are descendants of people who rebelled against the original rulers of Terrace and were put down here as like a slave colony. Well, not a slave colony, a penal colony.
Legend from some.
I have all three journals.
Yes.
There's a reason I did it that way, because it would take it way longer.
I understand. It all makes sense. Now I see why the Promised Land has been so hard to find. It is so obvious. You have done.
And now they're gonna head off to the Promised Land. Goodbye, Ruko. Alright. And now they all just went on a hike up to find the Promised Land. But now that we've had... Oh wait, we need mission to get us into the second part of the sewer, and then I'm just going to bring Zalbar along. He'll need some leveling, but... He's a bit... Let's put it this way. He's a super-powered melee tank. Gosh dang it, where is it? Escape pod, okay. Next thing over. As many times as I've played this game, you'd think I knew these maps better. Derp. Yep, and now we can just walk up over here. Get these mines.
You won't be able to get that computer to lower the. I picked them up.
And now mission helps us lower the shield. Now I'm going to take her off the roster and bring Zalbar. He's gonna get 2-weapon fighting. And I'm gonna give him 2 swords. We got missions, Blade, and the prototype. Because those are both upgradable and will be really, really good later. He needs fortitude saves, and I'm gonna use the reflex. Yep, that should do it.
What?
You asked for this! How'd you like that? How'd you like that? How'd you like that?
Yeah, sneak attack got him. Oh yeah, Zalbar just wrecked them. When I said he was a melee tank, I was not joking. Oh, this droid can be kind of annoying. Got him. Oh right, the annoying droid is actually in the Volker base.
Yes?
After this, we will never need to come back to the Undercity. So, this confused the heck out of me for the first several times I played this game, and I saw it in a Let's Play, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So basically, this data pad tells you about the Rancor and how they couldn't get past it, and then there's this synthesized odor. So now we go in here. The Rancor's over there. Well, how are we supposed to kill a Rancor? Alright, well, let's take everything out of this corpse pile, and now we're going to use the give items command to the loot. We're going to throw in a frag grenade, and then we're going to throw in the synthesized odors, and now we get this little cutscene. And we tricked him into eating a grenade, and he's dead. Now here's another funny thing about this game. If we bash the corpse and then walk through it, it'll just disappear. Watch. Blap. I think it's hilarious. Alright, and we are about to get into the Volker base.
That hurt, I bet.
Oh yeah, I have a piece of restored content that I got in via a mod here.
You asked for this!
And Zalbar is just wrecking them with his swords. Alright, into the Volker base we go! Oh yeah, Zalbar, you will need an energy shield too, because there's a fight coming up that's kind of frustrating.
Yes?
Oh, for goodness sake, the stutter. Yeah, well. Reactivate patrol mode. That's all you ever need to do with these. You don't need any of the other stuff. Now we're gonna go into here.
Time to rumble.
Wait, that George's melee attack? Oh my gosh, it did! That's hysterical. Oh, it's because I didn't optimize his weaponry. That's hilarious. At least I think that's what it is. Alright, so basically that waiter's been enslaved here for a while and I just let her go. Either again with the dialogue skipping thing. Okay, so our first piece of restored. So I have 2 pieces of restored content for this playthrough. The first one is coming up here. This elevator, it's locked now. In the vanilla game, that was just an armory. But they had a whole other level to the Volker base that they cut because they thought it made the thing too drawn out. This guy, I believe, is going to give us a pass card for it. I surrender. Why, you're still Volker. I was here before Bredzik took over and screwed things up. I hate Bredzik so much, why don't you leave? I've been trying to leave, but it's not that easy. Bredzik follows will kill you if you leave.
Contichani mulira shumpturung unit patoga wankachonetize tonga bugsham unino Contichani.
Okay. Oh, get out of here. Okay, so that dialogue didn't change, which is a little bit odd. Oh, crud. This is gonna be a little bit tricky. Or maybe Zalbar's just gonna be a badass and chew everything up for me.
How'd you like that?
Zalbar's gonna need better treat injury.
You asked for this. How'd you like that? Time to rumble.
So he gives me a pass card. Okay, I guess that piece of restored content didn't work. Oh well. So yeah, that droid's gonna go down there. There's some super high level mines down there that droid's gonna detonate for me so I can go down and get some loot. We get some upgrades and some plasma grenades. Those plasma grenades are gonna be useful for a later fight, trust me. Okay, so did I open that footlocker? I did. Pass card and some advanced med kits, that's useful. Got him. Gosh dang, the sneak attack is nuts. Yep, here we go. So I guess the mod did work.
No problem.
So basically in this scene, I'm going to be posing as a new recruit to the Volkers to get my way around. Oh, there's a mechanic's ID. I'm pretty sure that's what I have to use.
No problem. Got it.
Hey there. Say,
So,
I
yeah.
don't recognize. Can't say I blame you. You've got a question. The accelerator? Oh, it's down in the garage, of course. The service elevator. That's a restricted area. All mechanics have to store their op, and I'm not about to. Oh, of course not. All. Okay.
Okay. Okay, it's looking like this version of the mod might not have. Okay, I'm gonna check something real fast. Because, like, I've actually played a version of this module that actually, like, had the full quest line fully integrated. Yeah, last time this fight was a good bit harder. Magnetic power cell. It's like, I know what that power cell is supposed to do according to the quest, but apparently I need the full restoration mod to do it. Yeah, there's normally dialogue there. Okay, so I'm actually going to go back over this way, because if I remember correctly, there's a guy who will hand you his mechanic's ID in exchange for you getting him his fix.
That hurt, I bet. That hurt, I bet. How'd you like that? Sure.
This module actually gets reused by modders for new areas all the time.
No problem. Got it.
Okay, so if I remember correctly... If you activate the heating system of the Vulcan base, rapid increase in temperature is sure to play havoc with any sensitive thermal-based security equipment. So yeah, I think it was integrated, I just didn't do things in the right order somehow.
Hey there. You must be one of the... we mechanics don't make the big buck.
He's asking me to play cards, I got the wrong one.
I'm surprised to see you here. Usually you lab tech working for Brezhik isn't a bad gig. Wages are good and he built...
You're the
Ah,
new
here
lab
he
tech.
is.
That's us, new lab techs. You're a perceptive one.
Listen, but she's gone. See, here's the. You see.
So yeah. So I did this a little bit out of order, but... So they did integrate some of it, so the guy who put together this particular version of the mod didn't integrate all of the quest line somehow. Yeah, basically you're supposed to get a mechanic ID from that guy, go up, and then it was deauthorized. And then you were gonna come down here and then insert the magnetic power cell.
Oh, you idiot!
Weak-minded Gamorreans. I didn't even need to force power him. The death animation for that Ithorian. It's hilarious. Package spice. Gosh dang it, Zalbar, get out of my way. Cause like I still have the vanilla pass card somehow.
You again? Here's the problem, see? You see, okay, let's do this deal. Here's my mech. Now, if you look.
So yeah, I gave him the spice for his access card. If none of that stuff worked, I still have the vanilla access card to try. Alright. Alright, so yeah. Now down there to get the accelerator. See, it wasn't integrated properly. I remember doing a quest that was in order down there at one point, but that must have been a different version of the mod. Okay, gotta get me a med kit now.
Down you go! Time to rumble!
Okay, so now there's a workbench in here that I can use to upgrade some weapons. Heavy blaster, you say? Nice. Now I just have more damage output. Sweetness. Alright, there's another upgrade and a garage head keycard. Yeah, I've got plenty of spikes. So yeah, I overload this. Bunch of mechanics come out to see what's going on. And it blows them up. Overload the terminal, blows up the computer you're at. I wish I could disable that droid you saw there. It's really annoying. Alright, gotta retarget. Got him. Ooh, a level. Some repair up. There's a reason I'm building repair. Sneak attack 4, nice. I'm at level 7, nice. I'll get at least a couple more levels, and once I hit level 8, I'm basically gonna stop leveling until I hit Dantooine, because at Dantooine I become a Jedi. The more levels you save for that, the more Jedi levels you get. So, let's upgrade some weapons. Alright, this is just an energy shield. And there is a workbench in here that I can use to upgrade my stuff. Karst. Yay, I have all the upgrades. Sweetness. Now he's got an attack modifier and boosted damage. Melee. Alright, so just boosted Zalbar's damage. Oh wait, do I have a thing to upgrade my armor with? I don't. Alright, now Karst's gun is upgraded, Zalbar's swords are upgraded, so that should do it. Those guys that came out to hit this feed were in this room, by the way. Now this one. Let's save. Looks like we have visitors. Yeah. Basically, he's like, oh, you guys are gonna try and steal the bike? Oh, and the dialogue skipped. I'm one of the Becks. Instead of stealing the prototype, why don't you join the Becks? How many offers for me to join the Becks after I've just slaughtered half of them? He's like, you can break the stalemate in our war with the Becks. Join us. And I'm just gonna be like, we can't just give you. You have to race for us instead. I'm not gonna betray Gad.
Let's go!
Ah, crap, Zalbar died. Oh, now they're all shooting at cars who's invulnerable. Oh, I think I just stunned him. Nice. I think. Yep, I did. I stunned him. Got him. Got them all. Got a heavy blaster and some money. Ooh, he's got an implant and a gun upgrade. Nice.
What?
And Karth, of course, didn't take any damage because his armor is BS. I think you're gonna get implants. Okay, you can take it. You can take one of these. I don't need them for anything right now. And I've got demolition skills, so I'll take this. Oh my gosh. I'm still just chuckling about how fast I died when I first entered the lower city. I'm just like, ah, crap. I'm gonna save here because this droid is annoying. Cars basically won't take any damage, but I'm not gonna take any chances.
No problem. Didn't work.
Okay, I guess I have to open the security doors. Because there's some really good loot in there if you can kill the droid that's in there, there's some really good loot. Including a whole ton of money. Yeah, my guy can hack computers, he can disable mines, he can repair droids, he knows first aid. What are you idiots doing? Sometimes the AI gets stuck, it's mega annoying. And now my guy's getting eaten alive by the carbonite projector on that droid. And of course... Oh, Zalbar. Oh, of course, now we're both stuck. And if he just spams that thing, we get stun locked, basically. It's super annoying.
How'd you like that?
So basically, our only hope is the invulnerable cars at this point. I've won this fight without the BS armor, but it is a pain. Got it. Good work, Zalbar. Have a life support kit.
Sure.
Sadly, that droid itself doesn't leave any loot, but there's a bunch of stuff in these boxes. Got some plasma grenades, some computer spikes, a bunch of money. Oh yeah, I forgot to... Aw, man. Need implant levels. Oh well. Implant levels aren't the priority right now. I'll get those later. So yeah, now we get to leave the Volker base. After we take care of this droid. I think there's a couple of guys here. Stun. Hey, look at Zalbar being a total monster. Alright. And there's a whole bunch of black Volkers barring my way. And now back to the Hidden Beck base. Alright, now we're gonna do the swoop race.
You have returned.
I have the accelerator.
To wonder if you... Don't worry. And I'm even going to go one better. I'm going to let you ride the swoop.
Gaddon, you can't be serious.
I have to. I can't. If you can complete the track.
This is basically the Phantom Menace, except the accelerator could overheat and blow me up if I don't do it fast enough.
You don't get to be. You can, but I've got good instincts. You have the look of a racer about you.
So basically, I'm gonna race for the Bex in this swoop competition. Swoop bikes and other lore are a lot cooler than they portrayed in this game, but they had limitations at the time. This game is from like 2003, so. Swoop Racing Pits. Basically, this guy tries to tell me how to do the race. He's like, you've got your bases covered. And now look, there's a cage. And there's Bastila. So basically, my first run doesn't have to be perfect. I just have to get a decent enough time. That Ithorian there told me what the time was to beat. You don't have to beat it by like a huge amount. As long as you beat it just barely and then beat your previous time, it'll be pretty good. I'm not racing this perfectly, I'm just gonna... I think that'll do it. Yeah, that does it. So now if Volker beat my time by like 0.5 seconds. I just remembered this fight coming up is actually a little bit tricky. So as long as I beat it by like 1 or 2 seconds, I'm fine. Now I'm really trying. Gosh dang it. Oh man, like 3 seconds. Nice. Swoop bikes and other lores are a lot more like chariot racing. A lot more like ancient Roman chariot racing. Now we have Brejik, the leader of the Black Vulkars, to present me with the prize. And he's gonna tell me, oh, I just found out this girl's a Jedi, so I'm not gonna give her to you. He's gonna tell me I cheated, so he can't give me the prize.
I might have something to say about
Oh! Here she comes. Sorry.
You are Vulkar.
She's like, don't underestimate a Jedi, Brejik.
That hurt, I bet.
Alright, so now. You gotta make sure to loot Brejik because he has Bastila's lightsaber. Dex +1, that sounds nice. And now we've got Bastila.
Maybe those bloody Vulkars will think twice next time before trying to keep a Jedi prisoner. And as for you, if you think you can collect me as a prize, I don't know. You're one of the soldiers with the Republic fleet, aren't you? Yes, I'm sure of it. How did you end up racing for these swoop gangs?
Thanks, Cassandra. I'm here to save you.
Save me. Is that what you were trying to accomplish by riding in that swoop race? Well, as far as rescues go, this is a pretty poor example. In case you
Oh, come on! You only escaped because I was here.
In fact, it's more accurate to say that I saved you.
Oh, shut up!
Would have left you for dead if I hadn't stepped into that fight.
This conversation's like, me, I just saved Bastila. And Bastila, you suck terribly.
I may have been a prisoner, but a Jedi is never helpless.
Oh, shut up, girl.
But I suppose I shouldn't be too hard on you. You did try to save me after all, even if it didn't go quite as planned. So let's get down to business. If I'm going to figure out a way for us to get off this planet, I need to know what kind of resources we can draw on. First, are we the only 2 survivors left from the Ender Spire? KotOR is alive. Finally, some good news.
Hey, what about the news that I got, that I, like, tracked you down?
KotOR wouldn't have sent you if he wasn't confident in your abilities. Forgive me.
The pause there. That pause is foreshadowing.
Please take me to KotOR right away. Between the 3 of us, I'm sure we can figure out some way to get off this planet before the Sith.
And there's gonna be a vision here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Explosion.
Bastila, you're alive. Finally, things are looking up. Now we just need to figure out a way to get off this planet.
You mean you don't have a plan to get off Taurus yet? What have you been doing all this time?
We were trying to find you, you jerk.
See, now that I'm back in charge of this mission.
No way, she grows up, she gets better.
Hopefully our escape from Taurus will go more smoothly than when you rescued me from Brezhik.
Oh, shut up!
Bastila, but a leader doesn't berate her troops just because things aren't going as planned.
Shut up, Bastila. Yeah, thank you, Karth.
An appropriate way of addressing your commander, Karth. I am a member of the Jedi Order, and my battle meditation ability has helped the Republic many times.
Your talents might win us a few battles, but that doesn't make you a good leader. A good leader would at least listen to the advice of those who have seen more combat than she ever will.
Yeah, listen to Karth, you...
You know, I had my doubts about this mission, but I figured the Jedi Council wouldn't put you in charge if you weren't prepared. And here you are, acting like a spoiled child.
I see. It's true that I don't have much military experience. Perhaps I should not be so quick to judge. Very well, Karth. What do you...
First off, we can't get hung up on who's in charge. We all need to work together if we want to get off this rock. The answer is out there. We just have to find it.
Well said, Karth. And the sooner we start looking, the better. I've already been a prisoner of the Vulkars, and I don't plan on being captured by the Sith.
Don't worry.
I think we'll need some help getting off Taurus. Maybe if we ask around, one of the locals can help us out. We should probably start by asking around in the cantinas. Is something wrong? You seem as if something's troubling you.
Something weird happened when we first met, like a vision.
A vision of what?
Of you, fighting a dark Jedi. Revan, I guess.
Strange. Such visions are often a sign of force sensitivity.
It's also a sign of plot details to come.
I'm not sure.
I mustn't say any more, or I shall spoil the next story, as a brilliant writer once wrote.
When we first met, your natural talent may have fed off my own force abilities. It is possible that in the excitement of the battle's aftermath, the force allowed you to witness one of my more intense memories. The force is complicated. Even I, with all my training, cannot fully understand it yet.
Yeah, all your, like, Padawan's level of training. Yeah.
Once we escape Taurus, we can seek the guidance of the Council if you wish. They will understand the significance.
I looked it up once. Bastila is something like...
However, I think
she's not even 20 years old at the time of this game, so... Yeah. So, we could do a little bit more talking around with the party.
Yes, what's on your mind? I thought I said I don't want to talk about it anymore.
So I think you'd feel better if you discuss
Not
it.
particularly. I guess it wouldn't hurt exactly, though I don't know why you're so interested. When I think of all the men who betrayed us, the one that stands out above all of them is the one that I respected the most. Saul.
You say that, Lane Riker should know it.
You don't. I thought everyone did. But Admiral Saul Karath is the commander of the entire Sith fleet. He's half the reason Malak has done so well in the war. Saul was my commanding officer back when the Mandalorian Wars first began. He taught me everything about being a soldier, and I looked up to him. Saul approached me before he left. He talked to me about how the Republic was on the losing side and about how I should start thinking of my survival. I know now that he was trying to recruit me into the Sith, but I couldn't have conceived of it back then. I argued with him and he got angry and he left. I never saw him again.
You didn't think he would betray the Republic?
Saul was my mentor. He led us to so many victories against the Mandalorians. Even when things looked to be at their worst, I couldn't conceive of it. He couldn't be serious. I was wrong, of course. He not only left us for the Sith, he gave them the codes to bypass our scanners. I remember waking up as the first of the Sith bombers snuck past our defenses and began destroying half of our docked ships. I knew right away what had happened, and I could have stopped it. Could have stopped it all. I blame Saul, not myself. I was stupid and I ignored the danger. He nearly destroyed us all. No, I fought Saul for years now, and if I ever catch up to him, he will regret what he's done. He will regret it. Well, there's more to the story, I guess. But I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's go.
Yep. He don't want to talk about it no more. Even though I keep worming more and more of it out of him, he doesn't want to talk about it.
What can I do for you? Really? You want to know about me? Nobody's ever really been interested. Big Z's my family, you know? My parents, well, I guess they're dead. It was just me on my own until the day I saw Zalbar in the lower city. I could tell right away he was in trouble. This was before the gang wars were out of hand. But even then, the Vulkars were scum. A few of them were hassling Big Z, trying to pick a fight, but he wasn't looking for trouble. Anyway, I don't like the Vulkars at the best of times. And when I saw them picking on this poor Wookiee, all alone on a strange planet, overwhelmed by the big city, I just lost it. I screamed out, "Leave him alone, you poor slimes!" and charged right at them. Well, one of them saw me coming and slapped me so hard he just about knocked me cold. Hey, I don't need a lecture from you. You ain't my mother. I knew what I was doing. Those Vulkars didn't scare me. They're nothing but cowards. I knew how to deal with them. Of course, I never got the chance. I guess Zalbar didn't like seeing me get smacked around. He let out this howl and yanked that Vulkar a meter up off the ground and held him there by his throat. The other two screamed and ran off.
Yeah, really. You don't mess with Wookiees.
Close, it isn't a pretty sight. I thought Zalbar was gonna rip that punk's arms off and beat him to death with his own fists. The Vulkar was so scared, he fainted. Or maybe it was Big Z's breath just knocked him out.
Insulting his breath.
He never listens. Just stay upwind when he's speaking and you'll be fine. Anyway.
They have a couple of conversations about that if you bring them together. She's like, brush your teeth, put on some clothes. And he's like, Wookiees don't wear clothes or brush their teeth. Shut up.
He was fleeing some kind of trouble back on Kashyyyk. That's all I know, really. Big Z doesn't like to talk about it.
Don't worry, we'll see more about that later.
He's the strong, silent type. Doesn't much matter to me, though. I accept him for what he is, not what he was. He and Zalbar like to live in the present. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You think I can't take care of myself? I've got street smarts. I know how to get by on my own. In fact, I look out for Zalbar more than he looks out for me, you know? Big Z is a little bit too gullible to make it alone on the mean streets of the lower city. He was fleeing some kind of trouble. Doesn't much. Yeah. My brother's a touchy subject.
So yeah, she doesn't want to talk about her brother.
I was a little snappish when we last. It's complicated. Griff wasn't the most popular guy. He had his.
So basically, she looks up to her brother.
Always looked out for me. He's the one who brought me. We were stuffed inside a packing crate in a starfreighter's cargo hold with just enough food and water to make the trip. Not exactly first class. I don't know the whole story. I was pretty young, but my brother owed a lot of money. Might even have been a few arrest warrants out for him, I don't know. The only way to get off the... See,
That wouldn't
this is what I
surprise me
wanted to
based
talk
on, like, I've done this
What
side
makes
quest
Griff
before.
sound worse than he really was? Yeah, that's what I'm... He gambled and drank, and he was always borrowing money for his latest get-rich-quick scheme. But he had a good heart, you know?
No, he
taught me how to
doesn't.
survive.
You'll see later.
Showed me how to slice into a computer security system, how to get inside a locked building without the entrance codes, and how to spot a wealthy mark for a quick shell game.
Sounds like he was a petty criminal.
Hey, you don't know what it's like. You need those skills here in the lower city. Griff did right by me. I really miss him since he left. I keep hoping he'll come back someday. He promised me he would. He fell in with a bad crowd. It's all Lena's fault. She's the one who took him from me. Just batted those long lashes at him and off he went. I don't want to talk about Griff and Lena. Just the thought of that space tramp makes my... If I'm gonna
Basically...
Okay. Hey there. I don't want to talk about Griff and Lena. If I'm gonna be any help to you, I can't... Okay.
Okay, so I've advanced that quest as far as I can for the moment.
How can I help? I would like to know what happened after you crashed on Taurus.
Alright, I'm just about done for today.
Doing before we all joined forces.
Before we rescued you, you mean?
I managed to free myself.
Oh, shut up.
In fact, if I
She's so stuck up at the beginning, it's hilarious.
You in that fight, it's probably more accurate to say that I rescued you.
Oh, shut up! You didn't escape the Black Valkyries until we arrived, as I recall.
I'll admit that I probably wouldn't have been able to free myself if not for the brawl after the swoop race. I guess I should thank you for that, at least. Actually, your presence at the swoop track is what I'm curious about. It couldn't have been an easy task to find me there, yet somehow you managed. You also avoided...
I mean, if you go by the saves I follow, if you go by the save tracks I followed, it wasn't too difficult.
Swoop champion. That's quite a resume.
And I rescued the damsel in distress.
Yes, well, I hardly consider myself a...
Oh, shut up.
When you were chosen to join this mission, I doubt any of us expected this much from you. The Jedi could have done such things, of course, but only by drawing heavily upon the Force.
I was trying to say I can control the Force.
The Force is in all of us, though for most people it's barely a measurable whisper. But there are some individuals outside the Jedi Order that we consider Force-sensitive. It's obvious to me that the Force has been working through you. There is no other explanation for your great success. Though I'm not certain what to make of this discovery. Perhaps if you weren't... well, if you were younger, the Jedi might take you for training.
I could be a jerk, or I could just ask her to go on.
I've overstepped my authority. I'm speaking of things that are best left to the Jedi. Hopefully, between your abilities, my Jedi training, and the skills of our companions, we can find a way...
Alright, so... Anyway, that's it for today. We have more stuff next time. Yeah, next time I'll do the dueling ring, and then we'll find a way to get off this planet. Thank you all for joining me, and to all a good night.